Familiar Wilson's Media. Relationships are the story.
You're trying to be insightful, but I need you to remember that when this podcast is over, you actually have to live in this house with me.
The following podcast uses words like and also. If you're not into any of that shit, then now's your chance.
3, 2, 1.
Run.
Super familiar with Wilsons. Get it!
Welcome to Super Familiar with the Wilsons. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Josh, and we're the podcast about marriage 2.0 with kids.
And all those side quests. And one of the side quests that we have had recently is that I have had the cold that will not go away. We did not record last week. Thank you to the Belsons for being concerned that we did not record last week. Did anybody else notice that we did not put out an episode last week?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, judging you, the rest of you hard. Thank you, Belsons, for checking in. Actually, just Dan. Gavin didn't even check in. Thank you, Dan. But yeah, no, I got this cold, and I don't think I've had a proper cold in a long time. And I could not, this cold that went around my office was the sneezing and sniffling cold. Like, could not stop sneezing. It was ridiculous. And then I got somewhat better and then had to go out of town this week. So side quest, traveling, and feeling crummy. So if you hear it in my voice, that's still what's going on.
So, of course, when you go out of town, the things happen with the children that I have to take care of, which perfectly capable of taking care of, by the way. Let's start right there. Why are you laughing?
Because my lips parted and you jumped right in.
Is that a sexual euphemism?
To save yourself. God, no, I wasn't thinking that.
So Winthrop got sat down this week at after school because he and a buddy were playing, and they used some language that the after school people wish they hadn't used.
They weren't cursing at each other, but they were just saying things that weren't kind.
And I very quickly surmised that it was because of the screens that he watches, is because of the YouTube play-along things where he's watching people play these different games.
Gamers, yeah. And they talk smack to each other.
And we cannot have that. So we are severely reducing his exposure to screens, which we're probably late to the boat on this. I mean, everyone kind of knows that, screens aren't good for kids and you got to watch what they watch. But we try to balance that with the fact that we are exhausted most of the time.
Yeah, and we're old. Like, it's not his fault we were old when we had him, but we're old and tired. And he's the youngest of 4. So screens are a thing. I was talking to neighbor Kate yesterday, which, by the way, Kate, you have a following. People have enjoyed you and said that you were lovely. So
in last week's episode.
And well, because it feels like forever, but it was last week's episode. Go listen to it if you haven't. And I hope it's okay to tell this story. You can tell me later, Kate, if it wasn't. But we were talking about the screens, and Kate was telling me about how someone she was talking to said something about, they don't really allow screens with their kids. This was a younger parent with 1 child, and Kate said, well, we have 4 children and we are old. And it's not really how she said it, later in life pregnancy or whatever. And the person said, yeah, okay, go ahead. There's no judgment there. Well, the point is there shouldn't have been judgment, period. We really shouldn't be judging each other. We should be supporting each other. But it's hard to know with screens, man, because I was having this conversation while I was out of town, was with 2 moms who have kids, and one of them has a 14-year-old boy. And she was saying that it's hard because you want to limit the screen time, but at the same time, knowing about these things, these games and stuff, is social capital. And so if they get to school and they don't know what other people are talking about, then there's some alienation there that you got to deal with. But at the same time, if you severely limit it, it's like when you really limit food and then kids go to college and eat all of the junk because they've never been exposed to it. And you're not. So I think that the answer is teaching them how to be critical consumers of this media and how to regulate themselves eventually, but we regulate now. So we are, we've put some lockdowns on things. It's just kids YouTube now. We are no longer like Wild Westing it out on YouTube searching for things that have to do with the games that he likes. And we went to the library. If you listened a couple weeks ago, you know that Winthrop does not enjoy the library because he doesn't like books that have been used. But we got the nice looking books and he was okay with it because we rediscovered Choose Your Own Adventures. And this is working for him right now because it's giving him, I guess, some agency in these books.
Well, the idea anyway is that we are trying to wean him off of the digital breast.
Oh, God, why you got to put it like that?
Well, I'm just saying that he is gaining sustenance from the...
Now, I get to stop. The way you're like holding a very large breast in your hand. Just stop. Just stop.
It's not good for him. And the other day I took him out. I said, no, we're not going to do screens. Let's go outside. Let's play a little soccer. We did so. And guess what? He survived. And after he got through the initial pout, he was having fun.
Didn't he tell you were sorely mistaken?
Yeah, well, that was about something else. The point being that he survived and he did okay.
Yeah.
I got him out into the sun and he was kicking the ball and it was fine. It was fine. And we have to do that more. That's the bottom line.
Just requires more effort from us, but it's fine. I'm going to go get my B12 shot tomorrow, so I'll have more energy.
Oh, good.
I can certainly
tag out then.
This is my second one, and I can certainly feel like it's time for the other one. So my energy is starting to drop off, but that also could be because I'm sick. But if you have suggestions and or wonderings or just commiserating with us about dealing with kids and screen time in this digital age, please drop us an email at
familiarwilsons@gmail.com.
I never remember it. That's why I have to
I know
Josh
it's so
do
difficult to remember. So I took Friday off and I'm taking Monday off because Winthrop is off school and I'm going to hang out with him. And I discovered something, and that is the people who are wandering around outside at shops, just out about in the public during the week are very different type of people than the people on the weekends.
You think they take shifts? If you're a weekday person, you are not a weekend person?
I don't know. I think that they let those weekday weirdies out during the weekend as well. It's just they blend in with all us normies and it's okay.
So you're saying the weekday people are stranger?
They are so freaking odd. They don't look real. They look like that I'm in... It feels like that I'm in the Truman Show. They just don't feel real. I was in Best Buy because Winthrop and I went to a line of shops, and one of them was the bookstore, and then the Best Buy was there. There was a lady there while he was playing on a little old video game, and I was waiting for him to finish, who just kept looking at me. She was wearing a camo shirt and a baseball cap. And why'd you go, ooh, when I said camo shirt?
Because she probably had an open carry weapon.
What? Wow.
Because she's wearing camo.
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with me is I live in North Florida. Okay. That's what's wrong with me.
Well, to all of those people who like to wear camo just for the style of it, I'm sure that Amanda
camo
will.
is not a style, friends.
Anyway, so maybe she was wearing camo because of what she was doing. She just kept looking at me. She's trying to make eye contact.
Oh, she was hitting on you.
And then smiling at me.
She was hitting on you in Best Buy.
Oh, I didn't like it. I was so uncomfortable.
She thought you were like the cute single dad or his grandfather.
Fuck off. I kept turning around and walking away. Oh, I hated it.
Was she cute?
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
If she was cute, it would have been not as creepy though.
I don't know. I don't remember her being bad looking. I just remember feeling very uncomfortable with the situation.
You got hit on in Best Buy.
No, I didn't get hit on. I got ogled. Is that still a thing? Can people still be ogled?
I guess.
I don't know. Maybe it was a mistake for me to turn around because then she just had full view of my bottom.
You have a cute bottom.
But
wow,
that was. But see,
you didn't tell me about this.
Well, I saved it for the podcast, and I guess women just don't understand what it's like to be objectified, like I was objectified. Anyway, we went into Best Buy so I could buy a cord. Right, so I grabbed the cord from the thing, let him play the little video game. That happened, and so I said, "Let's go." So we leave. I pay for, and I noticed that she left the same time I did.
Oh. Did she get your tag number?
No.
Were you driving my car or yours?
My car.
All right. I'm only going to follow you.
Well, no, because I saw her get in her car and I wasn't parked in front of Best Buy, so it doesn't matter. I walked and it was fine. One other weird thing that I saw, you know how they have those power scooters for people who can't walk, those mobility scooters?
Yeah.
I was driving through Butler Plaza, which is like a large, gargantuan shopping strip mall complex here in town.
Outdoor mall is what we call those.
And I saw a guy on the the sidewalk in one of these mobility scooters. Didn't think much of it, but then stopped at a stop sign and looked at him further, and it was a guy on a riding mower.
No, it was not.
And I'm not saying, yes, no, it was. I'm not saying that he was mowing the median. There was no median. He was traveling. This was a mode of transport. He was going somewhere.
Was the camo lady on the back?
Well, if she was, her camo was really good. I didn't see her. But is that not
funny.
the weirdest thing?
That's really funny. I offer you a third category of shoppers. So you have weekend and weekday, right?
Right.
Okay, I'm going to offer you the middle of the night at the 24-hour Walmart on Tunnel Road in Asheville, North Carolina shoppers.
Well, I've been a middle of the night Walmart shopper before in Miami. I've done that. I know those people.
Well, I don't know how the Miami is, but so you and I both worked, didn't know each other, but you and I both worked at summer camps in Black Mountain. And, I wasn't cabin staff, so I could leave, but couldn't leave until the kids were asleep. So a friend of mine and I would go to Walmart. We'd have to travel to Asheville, which is like 20 minutes away, and go to the 24-hour Walmart. And the 24-hour Walmart mountain people that come out at night are a whole different breed in and of themselves.
So basically, let's see the people that you've managed to offend. People,
I know I have.
People who wear camouflage,
People
right?
who shop at Walmart.
People who shop at Walmart. And
people who live in the mountains.
People who live in the mountains.
Meanwhile, I'd live in the mountains in a heartbeat if I could.
Yeah. So, middle of the night shoppers in general, mountain people or not, are a special breed of people. But that's my tribe. I've been that person, and I enjoy it. I prefer that because people do not want to talk to you. More often than not, they don't want you to get close to them.
More often than not, they're talking to themselves.
Right. But I'm not even saying the crazy ones. I'm just saying the ones who are out late at night. They don't want you to get close to them, probably because they're in their jammies and they don't necessarily want you to notice them.
I go to my jammies during the daytime.
Yeah, I know you do. But I'm talking about way back in the day before the world exploded. There's another category of people that I feel like we need to talk about. We need to debrief, you and I.
Yes.
Yesterday we went to a car wash that was
that
was a human-powered car wash, which I liked. It was cool.
A hybrid.
Yeah, I liked it though. It was very cool. And they usually tend to employ college kids, which I appreciate as well. And more often than not, the kids are very polite. So you drive up, you roll down your window, you ask the person, how much for this or that. They tell you the deal. They program in your shit, whatever you need, and then they send you on to the next college person who sprays down your car. But we got, we didn't get accosted yesterday, but we were engaged in a conversation that went real weird, real fast. So you were driving, and we rolled down the window, folks, and Amanda talked to this gentleman. And he said something to the effect of, "Oh, do you have plans for Valentine's Day?" Which I realize now was just an invitation for him to start a conversation about what he's doing, rather than wanting to know.
He does not care what we are doing.
He proceeds to tell us, or tell you, and I tried really hard to ignore him.
All you did was squeeze my arm.
Well, because I wanted you to stop, because you kept...
I wasn't...
You were perpetuating the conversation.
Because what do you say to what this gentleman said to me? Tell the people what he said.
He said he doesn't have plans for Valentine's Day, that he'd probably just end up drinking, and that he drinks all the time. And it just was revolved around what a sad, pathetic life he had, and all he had to do was drink. But it was very weird because he didn't say it sadly or pathetically. What he was saying was sad and pathetic, but he was expressing it as if he was just having a regular... You know what? It was the conversational version of a Cure song, which really depressing ass lyrics, but ding, 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 just hopping right along all happily. And that's what was happening. And you kept you wouldn't ever answer him with a yeah or okay.
Because I felt responsible for this gentleman's sobriety.
There's the problem.
So, first of all, he didn't just say, I'm going to drink. He said, my plans are to sit in a dark room with a bottle of whiskey until I pass out. What the freak do you say to that? I said, I'm sorry. I would have said, maybe try some seltzer water. I didn't know what to say.
That is what you said. Try some. I would have been like, what's your favorite brand of whiskey? And then he would have said, whatever. And I said, that's great. Cool. All right. I'm going to go buy some of that. I'll see you later. And then bring.
Well, then guess what? Next time, instead of squeezing my arm to tell me what I'm doing wrong that's inconveniencing you while I'm feeling responsible for this man's life, you can just jump over and start talking to him about enabling his addiction.
No, I just wanted to end the conversation.
But what if that's the last conversation he had?
Well, he was smiling.
through his tears.
No, he was not crying. Don't do that. Don't construct this false narrative. I'm telling you that I think that he just didn't know what else to say or something. I don't know, but it was the weirdest interaction that we've had in a while in public.
He went on to talk about how his friends tell him he drinks too much and he needs to stop. And like, I mean, it was and Winthrop and Muffy were in the car. Like, it wasn't like it was just me and Josh. The children were in the car. It was very odd.
Yeah, it's very
Although
strange.
I think that you and Muffy landed on maybe this was just his pickup line.
Yeah, I thought that he was angling for a threesome.
No, ew. Go get him the camo lady. So I was thinking this week about like making your job not your life, right? Like your job is part of you, but it shouldn't be your entire identity. Like you've talked about, people say, well, what do you do? Like I shouldn't be defined by my job. And I've been thinking about other things that make you well-rounded. And there's tons of research on if you have hobbies or whatever. And you have this, you have podcasting. This is your hobby. Would you consider this your hobby?
Sure, but I would consider this our hobby.
But here's the thing. It's not our hobby. It is your hobby, and I am hobby adjacent. Like, I show up and I talk. I don't do any of the production. I don't do any of, like, the creative anything. Like, I'm just here to have conversations with you. So it's not really my hobby. I'm not, like, actually creating things. And so I've been thinking, like, I crochet, but, like, I get bored really easy.
Yeah, we have so many what could be scarves for, like, small dogs.
Yeah.
Because that's as far as you got.
Except they're really wide because I'm making blankets, but so it would be a really wide scarf for a dog. But I get bored. And so I don't know. I've been thinking about this. I think I'm going to start making birdhouses, but like custom birdhouses. Like if you want a birdhouse of your house, let me know. I think maybe this is what I'm going to do. But the thing that makes the most sense is writing for me, right? Like I am a creative writer, or I used to be a creative writer, and I don't think that I'm bad at it. Okay, but people can't see you nodding or shaking your head.
You're very good. You're very... No, I'm stuck on the... You're gonna... Let me get this straight. Your business plan is to go to someone's house and take pictures of their house, I would assume, and then meticulously recreate that house in birdhouse form?
Yeah, because I was looking at this on Reddit, and somebody paid $500 to have somebody do this for them. And it was crap. It wasn't good at all.
Okay, so but you know that these days they have digital printers that you can just like scan someone's house and just have it print.
In plastic? This is, I need it in wood.
Okay.
This is a wooden bird. Anyway, doesn't matter. I spent my morning, not my money. It'll money be tomorrow. I spent my morning like what oil based versus like latex versus whatever is the best thing. You're not supposed to paint the inside of the birdhouse. Not good for the birds.
So are you legit gonna do this birdhouse thing?
I'm gonna make a birdhouse.
Can you do our house? Are you gonna do our house?
I was gonna do our house. Yeah.
Okay, well that's cute. How are you gonna approach doing that?
I don't know. I'm studying, and I'm trying not to use AI to figure this out. Like I'm trying to actually engage my creative brain.
You don't want to use ChatGPT?
No, I don't, because
And AI?
first of all, no, get rid of ChatGPT. Awful. I do like Claude though. I do pay for Claude for work. But anyway, so I was thinking about writing, creative writing. It's hard for me because I write so much technical stuff for work. And I like writing for work because I'm writing for teachers, but it's so much of my life. And, little side note, little side quest. I got accepted to a doctoral program, so I'm going to start this summer working on my...
That's going to be your hobby.
That's going to be my hobby, right?
Let's not kid. The birdhouse thing is just put right the fuck on the shelf. You're going to make a door and 3 windows, and then, doctoral program now.
So I'm going to be working on my doctorate of education in a really cool program at the University of Florida. And so that's about to start. So that's going to be a ton of writing there too. But I was thinking about like creative writing, and I have such a hard time with it because I want it to be so good. Right? Like so I only wind up writing short things, and I think that they're really good. But I was listening to a book today, and I mean, I constantly have audiobooks going, so I listen to them at night, put the timer on, fall asleep. And it was this I listen to mostly like rom-com books because I don't have to like really emote or feel anything. It's just kind of like brain candy. And this writer that I really liked. Well, now I'm on her third one and I think she's done because I want to play a snippet for you. It's about 5 seconds, but
we don't have rights for this.
no, I'm not telling you what book it is. No one will know. Believe me, no one will know. But the thing is, like, I shouldn't try to be good anymore. If this is out here and published, is what I'm saying to you.
Okay.
All right, let me cue it up.
It's only been a few weeks, but I drink him in as if I've spent those weeks traversing the desert and he's a tall glass of water. He's still tall, still broad, still bearded, and still gorgeous.
Ew, that's gross.
That is some stellar writing.
I don't want to talk about the narration as well, though.
No, the narration is horrible. But she actually wrote tall glass of water. Like, are we allowed to use these cliches?
I mean, that's published, friend.
And he's still bearded? What does that mean?
Means he hasn't. I shave my beard like every 3 months.
And okay, but
Am I still tall, still bearded, and still gorgeous?
you are.
Do you
Apparently,
wanna-
the camo lady thinks so too.
Do you want to drink me like a glass of water?
Like I've been traversing a desert? What is this nonsense?
What does it have to do with your hobbies exactly?
Well, because I can't write creatively because I'm so worried about it being good. Yet this nonsense is out there and published and available on Libby.
Okay.
I was so upset by it this morning. Am I still listening to this? Because
You
yes,
are.
I need to know what happens.
She drinks
But-
the water and goes home.
And does he lose his beard? Also, I was talking
think
to
that
Kate.
She's the beard friend.
I think she is too. I was talking to neighbor Kate about this recently because we were talking about like rom-coms and how horrible some of these things can be. And there's now a fascination with Adam's apples. Like I watched him swallow his water with his Adam's apple bobbing up and down. I have never found Adam's apples sexy.
That is gross.
Isn't that weird? Is that a weird thing? What is something on a woman's body that like you find attractive that most people wouldn't?
Perhaps the weenus.
You do not find weenus as attractive and you know it.
I don't.
You
I
just wanted to say weenus.
Just wanted to say
I'm surprised
weenus.
you didn't say uvula.
Uvula. Well, that's not something that one usually sees. Is the uvula?
Depends on how wide she can open her mouth.
Well, you can't open your mouth
I
very wide.
can't. And I'm sorry. I have TMJ. It is a problem. We've talked about it on this podcast before.
Yes.
Anyway, my point is I'm going to build birdhouses. This is my point.
Any psychologists or psychiatrists who are listening right now who are up for diagnosing, shoot us
I've been diagnosed.
an email
I
at
can-
familiarwilsons@gmail.com.
Welcome back to the conversation. Tell me who I'm talking to. Let's get on down to imagination. You are me and I am you. Super familiar. Super familiar. I wanna be super familiar. Don't be a stranger.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
I don't know, Winthrop, why? Because
No,
he
no.
loves to tell this joke.
No. I'm just asking you. This is not a comedy setup. I'm asking you, why did the chicken cross the road?
To get to the other side.
So the big thing on the internet right now, or at least the big thing in my algorithm, is that is a joke about death.
Oh. That's okay.
In my mind, growing up, it's always been an anti-joke.
Yes.
Yeah, but someone is saying now that it was always meant to be a funny joke, and the kicker is to get to the other side means that the chicken wanted to die. And so it crossed the road, got hit by a car, and then went to the other side of reality or existence.
Who made up this joke? Do we know the creator of the joke? Have we asked him his intentions?
Or her.
Her, I didn't mean to gender them.
No, I'm just telling you that that's now trending on. We've got all of these things going on in the world, right? All of these serious things that we should put a lot of our attention to, either by contacting representatives, calling people, preparing to vote, or maybe even, economically exercising our power as a collective in this consumerist society. But no, we got to figure out like the true meaning of why did the chicken cross the road joke. This is what a lot of people are spending time on.
That's the same reason why I watch baby goat videos, because you can only take so much of the horrors and you gotta like put your attention somewhere else. And yes, I know that it's coming from a place of extreme privilege that I can put it out of my mind for a second. I shouldn't. But but although this sounds very existential, this chicken crossing the road nonsense.
It is kind of a childhood joke that's now been ruined for me.
Well, I'm sorry. Did you still find it funny?
No, but it's always been a thing where everything may be going to shit in the world, but at least I can lay in the comfort of the tried and true, why did the chicken cross the road joke. Now, not so much. Even that has a dark underbelly.
I don't know. Everything just sucks. Welcome to our podcast.
FamiliarWilsons@gmail.com. Drop us a line. Let us know how you're doing. And now it's time for Refined Gay Thoughts with Refined Gay Jeff. Now this goes back a couple weeks because, again, we didn't record last week. Jeff sent us this. He said, "Hi, Wilsons. Happy pre-Mardi Gras."
Oh, yeah. Mardi Gras is Tuesday. Fat Tuesday. Listen, perimenopause, Brian. Keep going.
Yes, it's still a week and a half away, closer now since the writing of this, but my brain's a sieve these days and I want to make sure to say it. Yes, sieve is spelled correctly. I pride myself in my lifelong spelling superiority, but sieve is one of those words that kind of lives in nowhere land for me. So I looked it up to be sure. Maybe
Seive?
Sieve.
Oh, I flipped the E and the I.
Yeah. I did. Speaking of Mardi Gras, I will miss this year what has become my yearly tradition at school. My usual routine is to stand in the hallway in front of the library and throw beads to all the students that pass by and also give a bead necklace to everyone that checks out a book. I have photos saved somewhere on my phone of me wearing a portion of the beads I had, and it almost covers my entire head. He says, we have this great old ancient massive 2-story party supply store/warehouse in Houston called Arnie's that has absolutely anything you could need. You know, they closed the party supply store down in our town.
They did.
That's unfortunate.
You can't buy your beads. We got tons of beads from when we were at Mardi Gras a couple years ago.
Do we still have them?
They're in the closet.
He continues on and lets us know that the reason why he's going to miss that tradition this year is because he got a jury duty summons for February 17th. Which is Fat Tuesday.
Maybe you'll call in, Jeff, and you won't have to go.
Well, he says, I'm holding out hope that I'll receive notice that the courts will be closed on that day to prep for the onslaught of public intoxication and public nudity cases that will probably inundate the court system the following day.
Yes.
He says, about a decade ago, I actually received an email from the courts canceling my jury duty because Houston was in the midst of an incoming imminent hurricane. So it does happen. So Muffy got it.
Muffy got jury duty summons for the first time.
Yeah.
She can be excused because she's a student, but she's kind of thinking maybe she wants to.
I mean, Andrew, who was our middleest son, did it, and I think that he enjoyed the experience. Yeah. Going back a couple of weeks, Amanda, you are an absolute saint to tax your brain by trying to remember and speak out as many foods as you can for Josh's enjoyment.
It's the worst thing I've ever done, Jeff.
That's not how it happened, though.
I had to count Josh's.
No, Jeff, what happened was I tried to list them, and she had to count them. That's it.
Whilst trying to sleep.
And then he asked me to remember all of these things in the past. He says, "Do you remember this? I don't remember any of these things, Jeff."
Is it when you guys were at camp together?
Yeah,
he's asking me to remember?
It's camp stuff. I don't remember much. I remember the time though from camp that me and I think Jeff and someone else thought that there was an intruder in the middle of the night at camp, and so we snuck up with implements to try to
attack the intruder,
to chase the intruder off. And I think
what was your implement?
I feel like there was a shovel, an axe, and a rake or something, and I had the rake. I remember that whatever it was I had, I was like,
the worst one.
This is to clean up after the chaos is done. Was
there an intruder?
No, we never found one. It was the weirdest thing. It was very creepy. Oh, there's a Cybertruck passing by our house.
Dumpster on wheels.
Concerning the 5 or so people that influenced me the most, because we talked about that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to take a few liberties and change people to groups, and they are as follows. My parents back in South Carolina. After 63 years, I'm still learning from them and cherish them deeply. My camp friends. This is a group, as you well know, that's been a mainstay in my life for the past 43 years. Some of the dearest relationships of my entire life are from this group, and you guys definitely play a key role. I mean, you got adopted in.
I got adopted in.
Let's see. My small group of friends here in Houston that have become family. I love that.
Yeah.
You know, again, this idea of surrounding yourself with people who support you and love you. He says, my new church family. I joined a new church several years ago after being away for many years. It's a very progressive, liberal, open, and affirming ecumenical Baptist church, which is not the norm for a Baptist church. All the members are like complementary colors, and it is so comfortable and filled with genuine love for each other and the world.
That's lovely.
And then for the last group, he's going to say the over 3,000 students in his high school where he works. Since coming here at the end of September, I've been accepted like I can't believe. They keep me up on all the modern culture goings on and allow me to learn and grow with them. My brain is stretched every day, and neurons are constantly firing.
Love it.
They keep me asking questions and keep me young. I see how most of them are and can say that we're going to be all right when they're in control. He says, I'm going to stop here now. Thank you all for the texts checking on me this week after losing Johnny. That was his pup. Helping your fur baby to cross the Rainbow Bridge is a life-changing traumatic event, and I'm still not okay, but every day is a new opportunity to honor him and celebrate what I had.
Oh, sweet boy.
So that's Jeff's letter for today. Thank you very much, Jeff. If you would like to let us know how you're doing, meaning you out there, besides Jeff, because Jeff already has our email address, then shoot us an email at familiarwilsons@gmail.com. All right, Amanda, that's all there is. There is no more. What do you think of that mess?
I think that I love you.
Does that mean that you did not care for our recording today?
I just never know how to answer that. I'm just going to start being nonsensical.
Oh, okay. Well,
I think yellow.
Very, very, very good. I do have a question for you, though.
Yes.
We were at the farmer's market yesterday, and I noticed that whenever we go to the farmer's market, I really noticed it yesterday, you stop at every single dog.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, not booth. I don't care about the people with the shells and the rocks and the
Every
things.
single one.
I love the dogs. Why is this a problem for you?
It's just all of them. It's filled with dogs, and you have to. It's like, surprised you that you didn't smell all their butts. It's like you are a little dog, and you are going from dog to dog.
I like dogs more than I like people, and I met Jupiter, and yesterday was her 9th birthday, and I loved her very much. And then I met the one dog that's paralyzed from the waist down, and so she rides around in her wagon, and her owners made a sign, yes, you can pet me, and I loved on her. I just want to love on the dogs. You, sir, are a Grinch.
I am not a Grinch.
You are.
I just got places to be.
Where?
I had to pee. And your little boy had to pee, by the way.
Well, then I am not the male restroom person. Take him to the bathroom.
All the bathrooms are locked.
Muffy figured out how to take him to the bathroom and also didn't yell at me about dogs and talk to dogs with me. You are just curmudgeon-y.
This episode of Familiar Wilsons with the Media was brought to you by...
Familiar Wilsons with the Media?
Wait, what?
See? You're thrown off. I got to go get Winthrop off a screen to tell the people thank you.
This episode of Super Familiar with the Wilsons was brought to you by Antonio, who insists that every scenes just need more atmosphere. By Josh Scar, who calls it raw when he really meant unfiltered. By Daniel J. Buckets, who added 3 footnotes and a canoe metaphor that no one asked for. By Chicken Tom, who believes every story arc improves if someone leans something near a fence. By Matt, who simply wrote "huh" on every single page. By Monique from Germany, who requested clarity, sincerity, and fewer American metaphors. By Joey. By Leo, who said it's funny, but are you okay? By Refined Gay Jeff, who removed a joke, replaced it with a pause, and made it art. By Ryan Baker, who would like it noted that none of this constitutes advice from a medical professional. By Mark and Rachel, who remember everything and who are not afraid to bring receipts. And by Dan and Gavin, who suggested tightening Act 2 and adding a sword fight to the kitchen scene. Thank you all.
Thanks, friends.
Thanks to Chris Berrien for our theme song. Thanks to AJCW for some of the incidental music and Ricky Kendall for some other of the incidental music. Thank you for all of you people who help us do this freaking ridiculous thing almost every week.
Almost.
All right, folks. So until next week or until next time, y'all take it easy and just go out there and be nice.
Why you gotta step on my line? Go be kind.